just I hope you are able to see the screen now, right? So now here, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to generate some data. So t is equal to some like going to generate some data. So t is equal to some 1 to 10. Let me reverse here. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, sir. Please.
I'm getting reverse.
Sir, you had joined in the 2 meetings. I will remove from 1 meeting, sir.
Okay. Just remove.
Okay, sir. Now please check your voice once.
Now okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting reverse. So now see here, you are able to see the MATLAB screen, right? So here, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to generate some data. So t is equal to some value and s is equal to some values like some 10 to 20. And now, see, I'm going to merge these two data. Like see in the MATLAB itself, I'm just to open this Excel sheet that is already generated in the MATLAB. So I'm just opening it. Once it open, then now I open this data also. So now here we have the values, right? So we have generated a column vector, right? We need those also. So select this one. Paste that we have to convert into a row. Okay, sorry. Control. Okay, some 10 some data I'm generating here randomly. 10 is remove here. Generating some data. So here some 11, 12, 14, 15, some 18, 20, 25, 26, 30, 35. Similarly, this is indicate some other data like 25, 10, 26, 10, 15, 23, 28, 35. So remove this all other things. So I'm just deleting rest of the columns. So now if you see here, so now let us take this as some results of some SSC, and this is some result of intermediate results. So now we need to plot this data because now we don't know the functional values. So by knowing the data, we are trying to plot the plots by directly, right? So if you see here, there are options. Just select the data, whatever the data you want to plot. So here I'm just selecting the data. Then go to plots option. We have several kinds of plots here. Just see linear plot data. So when you are generating here, if you observe here, automatically this is generating down code also. Previously what you are trying to do, like when we are going to encode the functions, and then after encoding the functions, according to that we are going to generate the x range and y range values, so that it is going to we are going to give the plot option in terms of programming. Then it is going to display the plots. Now what we are trying to do, we have the data directly data, and then we are just copying the data in terms of Excel sheet in a MATLAB. So then after importing the data, then we just select that particular data and then select whatever the plots you like. See here there are many options are available. You see here. So if you want bar chart, you can click on bar charts. Just see it is going to change here bar charts as well. See if you want other plot like area plot, just click on area plots. And if you want pie charts, just click on pie charts as well. So it is going to generate pie chart as well. And if you want histograms, just click on histograms. So if you want contour plots, just click on contour plots. So there are many options are available if you go through here. Whatever the, see, suppose if your content is related to pie chart, just click on pie chart. If content is related to contour charts, select contour charts and surface plots and mesh grids. All the options are available here. So this is the way when you have the data directly, we can directly plot the graphs by using the MATLAB. Then other way of doing is now the today's talk mainly we are focusing on the artificial neural network using fuzzy inference system. For that, just we need for that also we need some data. We have to generate some data over there, and I'm just giving S and T some values there, and here also some value. Okay, let's see. And then if possible we can try to import here because their system has taken too much time. So I'm just clicking on import data because if you want to process in artificial neural networks, we need to have some data. And then whatever the kind of data, what is going to do, like here we are going to apply Tokagi or Sugeno approach. That means whatever, if you are having the nonlinear type of data, it is going to linearize the entire data, and linearization is going to take place, then and the entire data is going to be uniformly it is converted, then it is going to give the output. That's what that is going to be done, that is going to be happen in the artificial the neural artificial adaptive neuro network system, adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system. So now I'm just importing the data where we have data, our data in somewhere, just check computer or desktop, we have any data. I'll just check new file, yeah. AMC now, new file is there. And here now that we have neural, what kind of data it is, just have to check. So I'm just opening that data here, where our data somewhere like neural. I'm just opening the data. So for importing the data, not yet imported, right? It is going to ask us after importing data, we need to process it. Yeah, it has been imported. I could not open here because there is some error over here. The same. What is the error? XLS file because file format extension is not valid. Okay. Okay, we have to select other kind of data. Fine. 5 programs files D. Just select the kind of data that is going to process. Workshop this. Some data here. We have it. It's a problem. Click on OK also. There is a public MATLAB again. So when I'm importing the data, it is taking time and then restricting the system. So now CLC. So let us open by the time fuzzy inference, adaptive fuzzy neural network. Now, sorry for the interruption. Uh, expected something. So now you are able to see, right? Once you click on import data, it has been imported. I'm just closing this graph as well because already graph what is done. Home file, we have an option that just close these two variables names. The home, we have an import data option. Once you click on import data, we are going to get in this way. Now just select what are the data you want to import. Then select Control A. And this was there here, right? So you can just go. So just select Control A. Then click on import selection. So here we have import data. So that the entire data is going to be added in our workspace in the MATLAB. You just see here workspace that is available here. So we got now the complete entire data. Variable 1, variable 2, some 10 variables are being generated here. So just see 9 only. We have only 10 till 10 by 37, but we did not get this data. Column matrix, the entire matrix if you want, entire cell arrays or entire table also option is there. So just click on table, Control A, and click on table, import selection, so that it is going to add our workspace directory in the MATLAB. So now I think here we need some data. If you have some data, then we can process that. We can analyze the processing data. Yeah, here again it is generating. I don't know why it is getting everywhere. No. So now it is going to import data. Blanks with. So I'm just importing data. Everywhere it is generating replace. You don't need to replace, right? Just remove this. Only blanks with NaN. We are not getting this data here. Where it is getting listed. Import data. So now I'm going to select. Again it is same. Yeah. Sorry, when you are replacing here, you have to put 0. Putting 0. Whenever a blank space is there, then I can keep as 0. So now it is going to generate it. Everything was there. Then select the files. Control A, and then, or you can just copy and paste in another file. That is also fine. If you are not able to get the data, what we can do that in S variable, just not complete data. You can take some data. This is some kind of data. Then I'm pasting here. It's not also not possible. Okay, anyway, I have some variables here in SNT. I'm just to process SNT values. And then in a similar way, if you have more data, you just upload the data in the fuzzy inference system, so that you are going to get the it is going to minimize the error. Like the experimental values and the theoretical values, it is going to verify, and then the minimized error and statistical error, all these things are going to be generated by after doing the training analysis. So now I'm just going to apps. In the apps we have Anfis edit, right? Or you can just directly you can type here Anfis edit, or if you see here NeuroFuzzy designer, you just click on that, so that it will open Takagi or Sugino type fuzzy reference system. Means yesterday we have talked about the Mandami approach. The Mandami approach, we are going to give the nonlinear kind of data also, but it is going to give you the whatever the data we are going to give, it is display the outputs. But in Takagi and Sugeno, whatever the kind of data we give, it is going to apply the linear transformations, and then it is going to give the output. That is the difference between the Takagi and Mandami approaches. So now just click on this. Or another way of getting that app is just in the command window, just to type Anfis edit. so that it will open. I just click on enter so that it will open in a new window that is appearing here. So now here we have the options training, testing, checking. So once you have that training in the load data, we have these options type of data like we need to you are applying for the training data or testing data, checking data. So you have to select what are the way what can what you are looking for, and then just from where if suppose if you want to load the data, from where you want to load the data, either from the file or from the workshop. Let us try with the file. If it is taking file, then it is okay. Otherwise again you have to take the data from the workspace in the sense the MATLAB workspace whatever we have been generated here previously just now. Or here we are also have the another options like we see here other options also we have, right? So other options are like generate FIS means already and yesterday whatever the file we have done from the Ondami approach or Sugangi approach, the same. See yesterday whatever we have done the model, the same model we can apply by using this Sugano and Takagi approach as well. And then if you save that file and then you can upload from the generate FIS from file. So that is stored in the if you there already in the workspace, just click on workspace file so that it is going to generate. Then you can generate the base version of the FIS system. Fuzzy inference system, the starting base. See, it is asking load training data in order to generate ANFIS data. Means we have to upload the data so that it is going to generate ANFIS basic structure, and then before training. So now I'm going to generate some data. SPS, FNR, we have some data. Not here. I am just trying to upload from the file. So if it works well, then we continue with that. Or any data file I have that. No, here I don't have files. Sorry. MATLAB. Just I have taken no files. Either it is taking only the DAT file. Then uploading. Yeah. Sorry. You can take all files. So that is going to have all files. And then yeah, just click some data. So we have got some error, means it is not taken that particular data according to this format. So what is the error we got here? Just see here. The error is like could not initialize the class. So minimum we need some data like try for work from workspace. So in the workspace means it will ask you to upload actually. So there what is the data we have generated like yes value. Yes, the input value. So it has been generated some value, right? See S value we have given some data. Like if you see the data in the workspace, what are the values we have given? Yes, right? See, just to open that, and then see the files. So yes, and then T value is here. So another variable we have to give, right, to compare the things. It has been generated all and it has been okay. Everywhere it has been only. No, this one. So now the same kind I'm giving the reverse version T. So it is going to generate another kind of variables right now and change some values in between so that it is going to minimize the error. Otherwise we can't get the difference between the previous one and this one. So I'm giving here some 15, 25, 23, 35, 16, some 40, 25, some 27, 45. Here take some values like 35. Okay. So now here in the neurofuzzy system, another again we are uploading another data, that is, so before like another variable is input variable, so we are taking as t. The number of inputs for the trained data is in the number for current fuzzy system is 10. Okay. Means we have given extra data. 9 is there. 8 to 10. Oh, sorry, this extra columns are empty. Delete row, delete data option is there. So here cut. This values will be cut. Then I'm going to take data. Then otherwise we can do the same variable with other name. You can copy and paste in the new file. Just generate some file here. tt is equal to, so now in the tt we don't have any files, so now I'm copying these files to tt. It is very easy and just yeah, we got the data, right? So tt now, so we can have now another input data like tt. So sorry, taken already. New data is loaded. The number of inputs. Okay. Then generate FIS. Sorry. Yeah. Actually, sorry. So the data, whatever we have given in the initially, here itself we have the two kinds of data. So that in the first data it is going to taken as input data. This one it is taken as output data. That we can get it from here. As the number of inputs is 10, number of output is 1. So the data kinds, different kinds of data we have given, right? That is 10 values and output is 1. So automatically it will take the first column, it will take it as input, and other column it will take it as input output data. But here 10 we have been generated, but training data is not uploaded. So okay, now grid partition, then now generate FAS system 3 by 3 triangular membership function and the linear data, and then just click on OK. 333. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Take 3. Then output variables. Okay. One second, I will clear the data and then we can. This is just clear the data. We have the clear option also, right? Clear the data. Yes. Yes. So now I have deleted entire data that we have uploaded. Yes. Do you want to really want to clear the data? Yes. Do you really want to? Yeah. Now, once you have cleared the data, now we don't have any well. Once again, I'm uploading the data. Load input variable we are taking as yes. Then now generate FIS system. The yes, what is the data we have in the yes? We may be having the 10 by extra columns. I'll just check once. 8 by 11 columns. Oh, okay. We need only the mistake of data. Okay. That is not the mistake we are doing here. What I will do is will remove once here. This data is not because it has default it is taken as 00 values also. That's why we are getting error over there. So what I'm trying to do is once again I'm clearing the data. So now I'm going to upload once again data of TT, because in the TT we have only two columns. Like you see in the TT we have only two values. So it is going to what I hope. So take input value input variable as tt. Already there. It's not clear. No new data, new time data is loaded. It is clear, not clear. Load from workshop, load from clustering. Okay, file, alright. File name, workspace. I have cleared already. Then why again it was clear plot also. Yeah, sorry, I did not click on clear plot. Clear plot. Tell it over there. Maternal data, whatever we have given. The structure that is there initially. Clear data. Sorry for the interruption. Once again, I think it is stuck. So I'm closing once again this file. I will open in another new window file like ANFIS ANFIS edit. So it will open in a new window. I'm closing this website. Then it will open a new window. So by the time we can make some data. This is one data. Similarly, we can generate in another file tt, right? It is not giving here. Insert row and above. Delete. Delete option is not available here. Delete column. Yeah. And there is setting. Delete column. Delete column. Delete column. I don't know why it is still not deleting. Delete column. Control X. I'm taking Control X. And select all columns. Paste here. Show today classes. So anyway, by the time it will open here, and we are not getting this data, right? Why we are not getting this data? Import data sheet. Yeah, just wait. It will take time to open Fuzzy Neuro system. As we already told, we need some kind of data to generate here. It is opening a new partition system. Then, so by the time I will explain you what are the tools that are available in the MATLAB. Just see here in the apps. If you see, we have the curve fitting option. If you just click on that curve fitting option, it will open in a new window. Like even here, the curve fitting also, whatever the curve fitting properties we have studied in the like in engineering level, though all those things you can execute by using the like simulation kind. Like just we have to select the data, like whether you want to be plot in a linear curve fitting or polynomial curve fitting or exponential curve fitting. If you have a just data, then just directly you can add those variables here, and then we can get the fitting of that particular value, so that it is going to it is also give you the root mean square value as well as statistical standard error value as well. So by this we can identify easily what is the general standard error we have in the model we have been considered. Similarly, what is the root mean square? Root mean square in the sense the minimized value error, minimized error, how much is available in that model that we have been considered. Even if you see here, there is another option called optimization. The optimization also many options to work out. Even you can just directly, you have to give the function you have to create here, and then just select the from where to where you want, whether same file name here, so that it is give you that particular function optimization value.
Yeah, dear attendee, sorry for the inconvenience caused. Our guest is facing some technical issues with his laptop, so he will be back within few minutes. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Uh, uh, Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, KP,
No, I'm Varun, sir. I'm there.
Yes.
I will just share the screen.
Yeah, the KP string.
Yeah. See. So sorry for the interruption because my laptop has some problem with MATLAB. It has a very high versions we have. So once again, I'm just repeating. See, in the unfees, what we are going to do is like we have the data instead of having the ranges. We are going to directly upload the data. See, when you click on the unfees edit in the command window, unfees edit in the command window, it is going to generate the new window that appears in the unfees Neurofuzzy logic designer. Here what we have to do is we just have to upload the data. So whatever the data we have, just upload. If you see here, we have the options, right? What are the options we have here? For load data and generate FIS system and train FIS system and uh, take the test, like at the end we have the final train FIS system. And if you want to know the structure, if you see on the graph, the top level, whatever the once you upload the data, the number of output and number of input it will display. So sometimes what is going to do, like if you upload in the same file in a number of outputs, like one or two, more than two, automatically default it is going to consider as the first two. If you suppose if you have three columns, the first two columns are going to be it automatically take it as a input variables, and third column it will take it as output variable. So now just upload the data. Then once you upload the data,
Can I upload three columns, sir?
hello, upload data.
Hello, sir.
Upload data, Kevin. Just upload the data.
Yes. Okay, sir.
That time I will try to open here also. SSC values and intermediate values data we have, right? The results that we have here is SSC. Yeah, upload data. Work in the workspace, the variables are not generated, I think. Yeah, workspace it was generated. Sorry, it has been generated, right? Yeah, give. ANFI CG solve. Yeah. Now,
More such variable.
okay. Just copy paste from the workspace the file name. You just try to do one thing, KP. Take SSC
Yes, sir.
is one file,
Okay,
intermediate
sir.
is one file, so that it
Okay,
is
sir.
better.
Okay, sir.
Intermediate, take one file, remove that.
Yes, sir.
Now save it, and then uh, that has been imported there, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
rename it
Imported.
actually, otherwise, if it is not. Then load data of that one, input value, SSC.
Workspace input variable it is
Yeah,
asking, sir.
sorry, workspace, workspace.
Data needs to have at least 2 columns.
Means it yeah, deleted, right? Not deleted, I think so.
Deleted.
No, I just click on side, just click side, so it has been
Yes, sir.
removed. See there in the new top, we have 603 by 1, right?
One.
Range.
Yes, sir.
Then why it is not? Then just click on 1 second. Why it is not taking there?
Okay, sir. We will create a new data set then.
Just to create a data like general data. Any data you just create there.
Okay, sir.
And your MATLAB path file should be matched with that. Where you are now working directory, you have to be there in the MATLAB folder. Otherwise, it will not execute.
There, sir.
You may be having that MATLAB file in the My Documents MATLAB file folder.
Yes,
Otherwise,
sir. It is in the MATLAB folder only.
no,
R
not in
2017.
not in program files. It should be in Word, the documentation. I think so. Documents. You have to go to documents folder. The documents MATLAB option
Documents.
in the MATLAB option is there. I hope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
MATLAB.
there. Now put current folder this and then run the same thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you just try it. Upload the data.
Okay, sir. I will try by creating a new one, sir.
Okay. Just generate some data. Give some 5 to 10 values enough. Then so before that, I'm going to explain you the background that has been working in this ANFIS. By the time already
Sir,
you
data
can,
loaded, sir.
yeah, data is loaded now. You just see the data that has been already loaded. So if you observe there,
Yes, sir.
it is going to generate how many input variables and how many output variables we have been uploaded. Just click on generate FAS system. Yeah, give
Yes,
some
sir.
membership function 3. Okay, 3 membership functions and triangular membership function. Okay, fine.
Represent.
Select triangular membership function, first one, and then click on OK.
Okay, sir.
Take here linear data, linearization. And now just see the structure of the loaded data. So now we may be having the input variable and only one output, one input and one output, I guess, right? One
Yes, sir.
input and one output.
One output, sir. Yes, sir.
So now what we are trying to do, like one input is what we are giving is like theoretical data, some other one is experimental data. Now what we are going to find from this is like we are going to find the deviation, how much deviation is available in this particular data. So that if you calculate the RMSE values, how much minimized error value we are going to get, that is going to give you here. So just close the structure and then just click on the training data. Once you train the data, so that it will going to linearize the properties. Linearization property is like if you see in the linear algebra, what they are going to do is in the layer 1, they are going to divide the values in equally, because we have taken here only one input value, so that it is going to generally it is a very less possibility of getting the error, means almost it is similar. But whereas if you have more input values and more linguistic values, then it is going to take the first initial layer, the average of those values, and then it is going to give the value for all the linguistic values same value. In the second level, it is going to do the fudgification, layer 2. The layer 2, it is going trying to do the fudgification. After fudgification process, the layer 3, it is going to apply the linear transformations. Once you apply linear transformation in the layer 3, yeah,
Training completed sir. From 2
yeah,
to 3.
2 to
Minimum
3.
minimum training RMS is 29, 22.
Yeah, 22. It is generated in the top down. If you see there, error tolerance value, epoch error. So if you see in this the error, if you see the between values from these two values, if you see in the data, we may be having the error value, this much error. So that is the way we have to understand, because we have to train the data, then generate a phase system. Now, just check once again, generate a phase system. So we have
Yes, sir. This generated.
generated.
Yes, sir. A new is generated.
Is generated. Then now, then now see the structure of that. Now that is going to any changes in the structure.
No, sir.
So because we have given only one output on input value, we are not going to observe much difference in the layer, because if you give more input values, then output values, then so that you are going to observe the a lot of variations in the whatever the data we have given. Then in the structure as well, it is going to generate variations. Now let's give the another kind of data, so that it is better to have minimum two inputs. Otherwise, there is no changes in the system, then nothing is going to be understandable. So as I already told you, in the layer 1, it is going to take a linear property, like by taking the average value. Layer 2, fudgification process, and layer 3, linear transformations, and layer 4, it is going to take the normalization property. Normalization property, you know, right? Like if you suppose if you have three values like W1, W2, weights 1, weight 2, weight 3. If you want to calculate the W1's value, what we are going to do, that W1 bar is equal to W1 divided by the sum of all these weights, right? The similar way, in the layer 4, we are going to do the normalization process. The background of, I'm explaining now, the background of this ANFIS. So in the layer 4, it is going to take the normalization, and then in the layer 5, we are going to get the output values corresponding to the linear transformation that we applied. Then in the final layer, what we have to do in the layer 6, we have to take the sum of all those values. Okay. Not loaded data.
No, sir. I forgot to clear the data.
Then what you can do one thing, like if you just generate.
Yes, sir.
In FIS system by using this Sugano approach, that we can upload here better. The same experiment what we have done yesterday.
Yes, sir.
So open here in the edit file, you just check there option we have. ANFIS any file if you have, that just upload there. In the new, just check.
Where,
Even
sir?
we can upload the already the what we explained yesterday, the same file that you can import here, and then it is going to take not ANFIS, I think fudgy. Just
Okay. Okay, sir.
just generate a fudgy in the fudgy by giving the input as we given yesterday. If you have already supporting file, just upload that file. By using this,
Okay,
just give two inputs, but you have to take here not Mandami approach. You have to take the Sugano approach. It is their Mandami
Yes, sir.
approach. In the file, you just see or in the file, you may be having the options like new FI system like Sugeno. Is it Sugeno? Mandami again. Yeah, down. Yeah, that. Yeah. Here I can give the data. Sugeno approach is for the linear linearization data or constant kind of data. So just create some two input variables and give one output value.
Yes, sir. Created, sir.
Just give only two set of values like in the membership function, take one file, there give change the input one, keep as it is. There once again there add the membership functions. The membership function take only two, not 3, 4, just take only two. First remove all selected membership functions and then add two membership functions. I think you are in second file. Just add two membership function. Give the two values enough. Because already it is time running of time.
Created, sir.
Then give the ranges from 0 to 100. Take any value, input 1 and input 2. Like give the ranges like 0 to 50, 0 to 50 and 50 to like 50, 0 to 50 and 50 to 100. The same way in the output value also, output variable. Then give output values. See, he has given the output values and parameter names, right? Yesterday, what we have done, the same procedure. And before that, convert the 0 to range. Range has to be convert 0 to 100. Don't forget to convert change KP. The range should be converted always 0 to 100, or if you are convenient with the 0 to 1, and the ranges also we have to give the in terms of 0 to 1. That is your wish, up to you. Actually, if you have a data, it is very easy to do work with the ANFIS system because here whatever the data we are uploading, that is not taking here. So that's why what we are trying to do is like we are generating the ANFIS system, like ANFIS default system by taking the input and output variables.
Sir,
The
enter, sir. Output variable.
output values, enter. Give values,
Okay.
output value. MF1. 3, we are going to get 3, I think, right? 3 or 4? 3 you are going to get.
Please, sir.
3.
Yes, sir.
So 3, in a, see here previously what we are going to do, we are going to select, actually in the Sagarmi approach, automatically it will generate the or number of outputs as well. Then give some ranges like 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 100. Input 2, input 1, input 3.
Yes, sir.
So now we have given the values also, right?
Yes, sir.
So then save this file in the workspace. Automatically in the MATLAB workspace it will generate. Save, go to file, save after giving the ranges, go to file folder, save this file, and then now give some name. Now go to that ANFIS folder,
Created.
Now go to Anfi, that Anfi's, minimize, don't close anything, minimize. Go to that Anfi's edit. There, instead of uploading the data from the file or workspace, generate FES. FIS from FIS is also right. Generate FIS. There also we have the load data. From there, you just try.
Sir, load training data in order to generate ANFIS.
Okay. Not grid. We have to take the load file from file. First one option.
Load.
Yeah. Now we have to just select that file.
So I created in the workspace, sir. T.
Yeah. No. Just select that file. It is it is not there.
Not there, sir.
Documents. Go to that workspace, sir. Otherwise, where it is appearing. Only FIS file, right?
Sir,
That is.
load from workspace.
Yeah. Load from workspace. Yeah, another option also. Yeah. Sorry. Give that file name. It is loaded.
A new generators.
So now take the grid partition there. That just select on grid partition and
Yes,
then
sir.
load it. Yeah. Click on that generate FIS.
Load training data in order to generate ANFIS.
Still, it is showing same.
Yes, sir. Same. Sir.
It is going to generate actually. I don't know why it is system generating for. And then you have loaded, right? Load from workspace. Once again, try it. It is taken data. T. You are not getting any error. Yeah, it is came,
Yes,
right?
sir.
It is
It's taken,
generated.
sir.
Now load. Click on load.
Loaded, sir.
Loaded. Okay. Then fine. Then come back next level, like test and training data. Just to train the data.
Not showing, sir.
It's not generated. It is not
Yes, sir.
giving. It is
But it's
generated.
showing as generate a new fish generated.
But here it is generated out number of outputs and number of inputs as well, I guess.
Ah,
In
yes,
the
sir. Generated, sir.
top level, it has been generated. Now try to give the test and training data. Testing and training data.
These buttons are not allowed, sir. Not allowed to click.
Oh, grid partition is done. Grid partition is done.
Done, sir.
Oh, it's not coming then. Okay. Then what we're trying to do is like actual process is same, but we are not getting process. What is the error we are getting? Low training data.
In order to generate ANFIS.
Data has been generated. Then this is the FIS system only generated FIS. Okay. We are not getting the data right. Then just leave it. Then what we're going to do, just to go to apps, right? Anyway, this is having some
Okay.
problem with the MATLAB. So again, we'll check once again. Version to version, it is changing. So what we are going to do, then go to home file in the open curve fitting file. Curve fitting app. See, as I already told you, like this ANFI system, once again, if possible, we'll try to explain tomorrow. Because with the data and the NPS file, we are getting some problem here. See, in the curve fitting, as we are studying there are different methods in the curve fitting, like linear curve and polynomial curve and exponential curves. So here also we need to work with the data.
Sir,
See
I
here,
have a previous project, sir. Can I show that one?
yeah, same. You can show that also fine. That's what I am saying. Just show the structure of how it is going to look like. Then
Okay, okay, sir.
the procedure is same what we have been done today, and the problem with only data. The data is not taken
Yes, sir.
accurately.
Data is, yeah, sir.
Only that is the problem. Other than that, rest of the things are procedure is same. Once you have to, once you're done with the uploaded data, then you just automatically click on training data. It will train the data. After training data, you have to fix how many epochs, means how many vibrations you want to generate. That you have to select there in the options we have in the generate after generate a phase system. There we have option like whether you want to be in a linear form or constant form, like constant curve form or linear form. Linear. If you select a linear curve, it is going to give you in the linear form. If you are
Sir,
going to select
my
the
data loaded, sir.
data is loaded, then
Yes, sir.
just
Total 4 inputs and 1 output.
okay, generate FES system now first. Give membership functions. Yeah. So it is going to generate the FIS system, the initial FIS system. Then now work on training data. Check after training what is going on there. This is the structure you are going to get. Sorry. So see, once you upload the data, so he has been uploaded 4 inputs in the first layer. In the again in the for the first layer we have the 3 levels, like the rules what we said, right? That rules has been automatically it will take, means linguistic variables. Linguistic variables, it is generated 3 kinds of linguistic variables for each input value. In the layer 1 we have given input. In the layer 2 what is going to take, the linguistic values is generated automatically. This here what is going to do is like it is take the average of these 3 values, and then each one is going to get same values. And in the next layer, layer 3, what is going to do, it is going to take the linear transformation each from each one to other value possibilities, like how many, like we have given previously, right? The rules based, from each one we are going to get, if you have 16, right? 16 1 16 16 you are going to get. That's why we have many lines over here. So in the fifth layer, it is going to apply the linear transformation operations. Fourth layer, then after that, it is going to, we have to do the normalization process. In the fifth layer, we have to apply normalization process so that the entire whatever the input we have given, that is going to be normalized. Once it has been normalized, then we can get the output values in the layer 5. So once you have got in the layer 4 output values, that is going to be, you have to take the sum of all those values. That is your output. Then just close and then work out with the different options, like they change the epoch values.
Sir, I trained, sir. Error, training error.
The training error is going to be, we are getting the if you see the top down value 0 something 0 point, you are getting, right? Means the
Here,
whatever
sir,
the date
minimal command
minimal,
window, sir. Minimal training.
yeah, minimal training error you are getting, right? So if you see the error, the data whatever we have been entered, for that data the minimal error is going to generate in the down. Even you can check with the x-axis values and the y-axis value. We have right that clearly. Then if you just same thing plot in the surface and rule check with the rule editor as well. Click on view
Yes.
and then click on rules.
Yes, sir. It's taking sometimes. I click it. Surface.
So it will generate automatically surface, and click on rules as well. It is going to give the rules also as we done yesterday. If you have some kind of data, then automatically it is generate. Yeah. The rules viewer, it is a C. As we already discussed yesterday. Yesterday, what we have done, we have given the all the rules and values. But here, you just have to upload the data. Then automatically, it is going to generate the input and linguistic values and rules accordingly. How much required for that particular data. So that is the way it is going to minimize our nonlinearity in the data, so that it is going to give the proper alignment. See, why we want to do this, all these things like linearization and normalization properties, because if you see in the airport, in the one day there are so many flights go in the different places. Now what we are trying to do is we have to maintain in such a way that without getting the traffic, right? So for that, what we are going to do, like we are going to take the last 10 years data. If there is any classes happen that day, data we have to see, and then deviations we have to identify. We have to make a note, and then those data we need to apply the normalized property, so that we are going to get the average time for that particular class time. Also, we are going to generate extra time. for the next feature, further level. So that for this kind of data, we can apply ANFI system. If you see here, like input 1, input 2, and output, right? So if you want a different like as we already discussed in the yesterday class, the same kind of thing. Like if you want other plots, if you have more data, automatically more input value and more output value, you can change the values as well. So if you want number of points, you can select there minimized values. If you see there in the left side down, we have the input values. There, if you give the input value, automatically it will change in the output value, last column in the rules editor as well as in the surface. Z-axis in the surface, it is going to change in the Z-axis, but whereas in the rules editor, if you see in the last, if you change in the different places, just to click on in the rules editor, some other places in one value, and then check with other value, what is the deviations are getting in the output, just check. Just to click on rules viewer KP, like first one, just to take in the top, high level, like high range.
Yes, sir.
Like in the input values only, not output. You just change the input values, automatically there is a change in the output value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Changing, sir.
Yeah, you just observe those things. Even for input 2, input 3, you just change the values, try to observe the deviations in the output. So this is the way we have to work with the ANFIS system. I hope it is understood. Once again, I'm just repeating. Just to go to first file, KB. First window that is appearing. Don't close. Okay, you are closing. Don't close. Yeah. Okay. Just click on ANFIS edit here. So to open adaptive neurophagy inference system, you have to type in the command window ANFISEDIT so that it is going to display neurophagy designer. In that, what we have to do, we have to upload the file either from the workspace or the, if you have the Excel sheets, not Excel sheet, it is going to take only the DAT format, CSV files. If you have those files, you just upload those files. Automatically, it is going to generate the training data. Then, once it's done with the training data, and you can analyze the deviations that are happening in the theoretical values and the experimental values, so that it is going to reduce the minimum error. It is going to generate the error values as well. So this is what the procedure is going to take in place, and when you are uploading the input data, automatically it is going to take the, if you have all the values in the one file, all the columns, each column it is taking as the input values. If you have in one Excel, in one CSV file, 4 columns, automatically first 3 values it is going to take it as input values, and the last column it is going to take it as output. Or if you want to upload individually, we have to take the different files you have to generate in the workspace, and then workspace or in a CSV file, each one you have to upload. So that it is going to ask you upload input data. If you have more than 2 outputs, definitely you have to save the files workspace, so that it is going to, you can have the sometimes you may be having the more than 2 outputs as well. So in that cases, you have to take single data and then save in the workspace. From there, you can get the data, and then it can be uploaded, and then you are going to get 2 outputs as well. So this is the general structure of process. After uploading the data, you just click on the grid clustering, just type clustering as well. Okay. They're clustering.
Where, sir?
Clustering. After grid partition, we have the generate FI system.
Range, sir.
Bruh, what is it? What it asking you?
Range of influence.
Give range. What are the range? Some ranges you just give there.
Can I keep the constants?
Yeah, give constant only.
Okay, sir. New fish generated.
So
See, sir, here changes
here,
the rule editor.
there are changes in the rules, right? You just see the clustered data. So it is also going to, if you want to the clustering type of data, you can do the clustering as well, right?
Okay, sir.
So grid partition, if you want grid type of partition also it is done, right? So both the things, all the things are available here. Just go through it, and after training the data, just test the data. Click on test data there. The last option. Yeah.
Almost prediction is almost correct, sir.
Correct. Yeah. See, we are getting the linear data, like exactly curve is moving in a proper direction, right? So this is the way we can get the data. Then this data we can show, and then now we can plot the surface. Then it is going to some changes are going to be happen there in the surface also. See
Changes.
now this is the surface exactly we are required, because whatever the flights or accommodate you are doing, that has been in a proper way, like in three directions. If you are if you are sending that three flights, so automatically there is no clash between three flights, and then you are exactly maintaining the things. That's what the meaning over here. Okay, I hope it is understandable now. Then just to go to that curve fitting options, KP, just close this all these things.
Okay, sir.
So in the apps, see, for getting the curve fitting, you may be having the app in the home file. If you once you open, you have the options apps. The latest version they're updating and they're moving in some other file. Just check once, or sometimes you need to install as well. So now if you see here curve fitting, as I already told you, in the curve fitting here also very easy. See, in general what we are doing, we are going to calculate and we are going to apply the least square principle, and then we are going to get the equations, and then for the data we are going to take some values, and then we are getting the results. But here if you see,
Sir?
directly we have the options, right? Just select x range, x value, x axis value.
Yes.
Take s, y axis value, some value. Any other value? Then take here linear plot, right?
Yes.
Linear.
Linears.
Linear only. Just take first.
Yes, sir.
So it is automatically generated, right? Surface. But similarly, see in the left side, you just see in the box, it is indicated you the values. If you observe, when you are solving the linear curve fitting, we are going to get two constants, right? Ax plus b is the linear curve. I hope. I hope you have studied, right? In the ax plus b, what we are going to get in the linear curve, ab values we are going to get. The same way we are getting here, p1 and p2. It is taking as p1 and p2 values, and it is going to give you the goodness of fit. Goodness of fit in the sense, like it is going to give the standard errors. Standard error and root mean square value, r square value. So all these things are, we have been studied in the probability and statistics, like deviations and correlation values, and standard error is nothing but deviations, and RMSE value also, you know already, right? Root means square value. So all these values we are going to get here from the data. Like if you want to other plot, just select other plot. Exponential also there, I guess, right?
See, sir.
Yeah, because we have given the same data, I guess. I think that's why it is.
Yes, sir. Both X data and Y data I have only A, sir.
Yeah,
Because
that's what.
yes, sir.
So in the
That's why
same
it's
way,
almost linear.
linear data it is getting. Yeah. Then if you see in the different options are there, even custom equations also there. You just click on custom, last option. If you want one, there is an option in the same custom equation, custom. Go to the top, yeah, custom first one. So if you want here, change the equation format. There is here it has been taken defaultly, but if you want, sometimes you maybe want to change the equation format. You can change as well, and then we can get the data corresponding changes. You are going to get the plot as well here, right? So this is the way. Even you can plot the surfaces. You just go to the top, KP. There is the options are there.
There, sir.
Whatever you are going to generate, those things you can generate in terms of surfaces as well. Data, whatever the data. Yeah. Contour plots, there are many surface plots are there. Not,
It's not showing, sir.
there, that surface is displaying, right? First, second, third option directly. Yeah, that one. Second, third.
Color plot, sir.
This one.
Second one, residual plot.
Residual
Mean
plot.
plot.
Okay. Click on that residual plot also.
Sir,
that error, we are going to get error, right? The residual plots. So all these options are available. You can just, if you have a, see, suppose if you want 3 variables like z-axis also if you have, so that you can going to get in terms of surfaces. Just give z-axis also in terms of y, kb, z is equal to here in the left side,
yes.
yeah, that value. Now see, check plot. What are the changes are going to be? G. So 3-dimensional plot also, it is going to generate surfaces, right? So this is the way. There are many options are available in the curve fitting. Even if you have any doubt there, we have a help command. Just go to help command so that it will give you the how to input and how to incorporate the things. In the same way, another app, like if you just go to the optimization app, in the apps folder.
Sir, I have an interview at 12 o'clock, sir. I think Varun will continue, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a company interview, that's why, sir.
Okay.
Okay, KP.
In the MATLAB, Varun, just check. We have option like optimization tool. There also we have some options because most of them are looking for optimization, right? And the optimization also, just we have to give the function values. Just see the structure, how it is going to be. There we have options actually. Like or you can just no need to open Varun. I will just explain the general way. They can go through the help command. Okay, you are opening just fine. So it will take time actually to load file. So what you see in the optimization also we have the, you have to give the file name in terms of at the date that function file name, and then I have to give the minimum range and linear programming LPP models we know, right? Ax plus a1 ax1 plus b by 1 plus c1 is equal to c1, ax2 plus b by 2 plus c2 is equal to some, and then we have some constraint. If you have a constraint model, you just give the constraint, select the constraint model. If you are not having the constraints, just select the non-constraint model. All the options are available in the optimization app. In the apps folder, the top, okay, where optimization is there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there if you see there, you just have to give the objective function value, and then the starting point value and the linear equality values, and specify the regions, whatever the ranges you want. If you there are many options are available, you just go through here, the help there. If you're having any doubt, just there only we have the options. Just combo box, like if you have to simulate the things, you have to just learn the things, that's it. So this is the optimization app. It's okay. They still there show me there's some other apps also there. Just in the apps, just can overview. Just combo box, yeah. If you see here, there are many options around. Even the PDE model, I already told you, right? Just open PDE solver also now. PDE. Not there PDE? There is an option called PDE, yeah. That one PDE modeler. So here also, as I already told you, see in the file edit options, just click on options. See here also grid space and axis, all these things. Draw a boundary, just see boundary. In the boundary also we have options, whether select this any boundary condition, specify boundary conditions. First you have to select the geometry, right? Just say, okay, just take some geometry, or anything, yeah. Just take geometry, right, yeah. Automatically, now take the boundary, specify boundary condition, not clicking.
Boundary mode.
Yeah, just click. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now give that value some values. Yeah. So then generate mesh grid. PD, just PD, go to PD. The PDA, there we have options, PDA mode. Like we have different kinds of PDs, right? You just here in the PD specifications, no. Oh yeah, PD specifications, just select there. What are the, see side, left hand side. I'm not able to see parabolic, elliptic. There are different kinds of equations, right? Those who are working in civil engineering and mechanical engineering, most of them they may be come across with the heat transfer problems, right? The heat transfer problems, you may be having the parabolic, heat, and elliptic equations. Till today, these are the open questions for the entire whole society. People are trying to solve these problems by taking the by taking the some regular shapes. But when you are including the irregular shapes, there may be a difficult to solve the problem. There may be nonlinear nature in the in general system. It is very difficult to solve those problems. That's why what they are trying to do, like whatever the data they have for the linear kind of data, they are going to take and then they are being simulated in terms of simulation. That is here PDE solver. So the PDE solver, you can give the different kinds of conditions. So there, if you see in the when you are selecting elliptic equation, automatically it will change the equation type. If you observe there, equation, next see divergence, that hyperbolic equation. So accordingly, that values you have to give. There ABCD, some constant values are there. That values you have to give automatically. It is going to generate the particular system, whatever the values you are given for that system. So now if you see, just click on solve PDE. Any value, some values give and then solve the PDE, then it is going to get some values. Yeah. And then plot the surface, go to plot, plot solution. If you have different kinds of parameters, then so that you can give their parameters as well. Just see, yeah. Just see, if you have different parameters, just select the different parameters there, then select there, plot. So there automatically changes are happening. Even if you include take other values like flux. So this is the way you can work with the PDE solver as well. See here what we are going to do. If you have any doubt, there is help command over there. Just click on help command. It will display the entire things related to PDE solver so that you can improve yourself. You need to ask anyone as well. They said, see PDE mode help. Just click on toolbox help. Just click on those. Automatically, it is going to display all the available sources that are available for the PDE solver. So it is going to open in a new window, the help command. You just read out these things and then you can get it from yourself. Like this is the way we have to gain the knowledge from. I hope you already knows about the help command, right? If suppose as a layman, if you doesn't know anything, whatever you have in mind, just click on search button. Okay. Search button. Just click on search. Suppose you don't know how to get the colors of different colors in the MATLAB. So what you are going to do, like just different colors in MATLAB. There, you just type the colors. Automatically, it will display the related to colors, whatever the sources are available. Then you just see the related to colors. What are the different colors plots? See 2D plot and color graphics. So sometimes you may be having the doubts in the colors. I want some specification color. All these things we can get it from here. You can understand from help command. Help command will help you a lot. Like as I told you, someone said like nonlinear equation solver, right? Just click on there, nonlinear equation solver. Nonlinear equation solver as well. Or just type nonlinear equation solver. Nonlinear equation solver. Yeah. Cholesky solver methods. Just see here, there is a lot of sources are available. No, not this one. Like, just check this one. ODE 45. Just select ODE 45. ODE 45.
Yes, sir.
There, just type ODE 45. Yeah, that only. This is the method for this solving the differential equations, right? Come to example. Just come to example down. That is the syntax, right? Syntax of that. Just see how they have been plotted here. So if you have an initial value problem, then they have been given the condition and at yeah, right there we have, right? If you want to solve the nonlinear problem, y dash is equal to 2t there, right? So there y naught you have given the condition. Now you need to solve this equation. So that they have given the range from span is nothing but T span is nothing but the ranges. And T comma Y, that we are storing in the ODE 45. If you want to know about this, just starting, if you just read the command syntax and how it is going to be useful, all the things are available here. Just yeah, those things are available here. And the syntax of this T comma Y is equal to at the date ODE 45. Then you have to give the condition linear spanning, that from where to where you want, and condition what you are using. All these things you have to provide in at the date of ODE 45, so that it is going to give you the solution of that particular non-linear differential equation as well. In the linear programming, what I said you, in the optimization tool, we have the general equation, non-linear equations. But here, even non-linear differential equations also we can solve by using the ODE 45. Similar way, we have the BVC4C as well. Just go to BVC4C. Boundary value problem, BVC4C. Yeah, just click. Not there. Yeah, first one, just click on BVC. So here also, this is the structure of BVC4C. The most of the time, I think almost all fluid dynamics problems they are trying to solve by using the solver. In the solver, what you have to do, you have to understand this solver, how the background is going to be. If you see there in the background, initially they are going to convert the nonlinear differential equation into initial value problem. Initial value problem in the sense the higher order equations are going to convert into lower order equation. That is like, see, suppose if you have y double dash we have to convert into single derivatives. Like initially we are going to take general first derivative as y1, general y function y is y1, y dash is y2, and y double dash is y3. But based on the system what you are going to consider, if suppose if you have the system by highest order is third order, like f triple dash, then what you are going to do, you have to take up to second order. Then rest of the f triple dash we may be having in terms of some other parameters. That parameters you have to include. So this is the way we are going to consider. If you just go to down example, Kevin, Varun. Yeah, there if you see here, yeah, y double dash plus yeah, good, yeah, y double dash plus y is equal to 0. Someone asked, right, nonlinear equations solver. So what they are going to do, that y double dash they are going to convert in terms of y dash. So initially what they are assuming that y is equal to y1, y dash is equal to y2. Now y2 is what is going to happen? Y2 is, because already we are assumed that y2 is y1 dash. Now y2 dash in the sense we are going to get y double dash. So y double dash from the equation we are going to get modulus of minus y1. So this is the way we have to convert the initial value problem, right? The same thing we have been expressed in terms of y here in the function. That if you just copy and paste in the comma there in the file folder, automatically it is going to give you the solution of that particular non-linear equation. I hope it is understandable. I think now this is for the non-linear differential equation solver as well. Okay, Varun, I have done with my presentation. Any doubts? Just ask from participant side.
Yes, sir. Like, we'll give a few minutes.
Any doubts from the participants?
No, sir, actually, no one responded.
No doubts, I think.
Yeah.
Just share that feedback form as well here, so that they're going to.
I will mail them personally, sir. Like,
Okay. And think you have to prepare for tomorrow. That also tomorrow one also, just to give it like after finishing that talk only.
Okay, sir.
So now shall we close?
Yes, sir. Close. Just stop.
Okay, Varun, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.